Good evening, South Africa. Good evening, world. All those who are watching me, it's good morning to some other people. This is Apostle Nkosingiphile Mbamali, and I welcome you tonight. I welcome you to this Mind Power webinar. This is a world where realities are created. This is a dimension where you can unlock and unleash your potential and renew your mind for a life of purpose, drive, and tenacity. So allow me to take you through this Mind Power webinar and to tell you why we are all here tonight. I'm so excited. A lot of people have joined us and we have a live chat, so you are free to go ahead and ask any questions on the live chat as we continue with our webinar tonight or this morning, depending where you are, which part of the world you are watching me from. So why mind power? Maybe let us start there before I get excited about this powerful topic that I want to talk about tonight. Why mind power? Why is it so important that I come to you right now and speak about mind power or the power of the mind? Now, I've noticed over the years that our approach to growth has been wrong. Our approach to growth has been wrong over the years. We are an angry, you will agree with me, we are an angry and frustrated generation. Angry and frustrated because we are attempting to rise to next dimensions, next levels of life, but we keep on failing over and over again. And as a result, we are a bitter generation, we are an angry generation, we are a frustrated generation, because as we attempt to rise, we keep on failing in life. So that is why I want us to talk about mind power. Now, another reason that we keep on failing in life is because the principles and the truth that should be applied in order for one to move to the next dimensions are not sequentially arranged. Our truths, our principles are not sequentially arranged. And as a result, we do not know which truth is responsible for solving which equation. We do not know which truth is responsible for solving which occasion. And as a result, we keep trying many things and fail and end up getting tired. And some who end up making it, somehow they don't even know which truth or which principle they applied, because they randomly apply these truths and these principles, and somehow it ended up working. And you can never mentor anybody from such randomness. So my idea, the idea and the whole plan is to teach you the principles, the mind, how the mind works, how the mind operates, so that you don't spend a lot of time. You see, it is dangerous to experience failure for too long, because the more you experience failure after failure, you end up creating a doctrine around that and begin to mentor other people from your standpoint of frustration and failure, which is very dangerous. And I want us to avoid all that. And another important thing, I want us to avoid experiencing failure for too long, because once you experience failure for too long, one, I've already said, you end up creating your own doctrine and try to mentor people from that doctrine, which is very wrong. And another point is that, you see, life will not give you too many times to try again. So the problem about trying for too long is that one day life will not give you many chances to try. Life will not give you many chances to try. So speed is very important. Speed. It is important that you understand now. It is important that you prosper now. It is important that you apply the truth that you know now. It is important that whatever you do, do not procrastinate. Do it right now. So speed is very, very important, because life will not give you too many chances. I want to begin my submission tonight with a story of a man who lives in Louisiana in the United States of America. His name is Archie Williams. A very sad story that made me cry the other day. I was watching television, and somehow, in fact, I was on my cell phone and I was on Facebook, and as I was going through what I was doing there on Facebook, and this thing popped up on my screen, and I suddenly found myself crying watching this man. His name is Archie Williams. He was wrongly arrested in 1982, December, for a crime he did not commit. Arrested for a rape he did not commit. Spent 37 years in prison. He was released in December 2019. He said something so powerful. He was on the stage of America's Got Talent singing. And they asked him, how did you manage? How did you manage all these years knowing you were wrongly arrested, knowing you didn't do all these things you were accused of? How did you manage? How did you hold it all together for such a long time in prison, having done nothing? And this is what he said. He said, I went to prison, but I never allowed my mind to go to prison. I went there, but not my mind. I decided that my mind will not go to prison. One of the things that we should understand here, before we get excited about it, is that whatever we do in life, we have a choice. We choose. Your life is the way it is right now because of your choices. My life is the way it is right now because of my choices. My choices. I chose to be on this stage tonight. I chose to speak to you tonight. You chose to sit where you are sitting and listen to me right now. You will choose to apply this truth. You will choose not to apply this truth that I'm beginning to share with you. This man said, I never allowed my mind to go to prison. He was released March 21, 2019. He was on America's Got Talent. He said, I always watched America's Got Talent in prison and I would visualize, that's the word, I would visualize myself being there. I would visualize. I always desired, I caught him, I always desired to be on this stage and now I am here. I always desired to be on this stage and now I am here. Now, it is very important and it is true and it is important for you to know that all realities are formed or created twice. All realities, be it the chair that you are sitting on right now, it was created twice. All realities, be it the cell phone, be it the clothes you are wearing, be whatever it is, the television, the microwave, all realities are created twice. I wish you can write that down. All realities are created twice. First in the mind, then in the physical realm. You can never see anything manifesting on the physical realm that was not first captured in the mind. That was not first believed and achieved in the mind. So now, our attempt to growth has been wrong because for a long time, we have been attempting to create things on the physical that have never been captured in our mind. I hope you are understanding that. Our attempt to growth has been wrong because we've been attempting to create realities on the physical that our mind has not captured. That our mind has never captured. So it is important, before we say anything else, it is important that I submit to you that all realities are created twice. First in the mind, then in the physical. This iPad was first created, was first in the mind of somebody, then before it was in my hand. It is here right now, but before that, it was on somebody's mind. As an idea, as a thought, it was in the mind of somebody. Now, the reason we keep on failing, experience failure after failure and failure after failure, is that we are trying to create things on the physical that have never been formed or created in our mind, and it is very dangerous. All that's going to happen, we're going to experience failure after failure and failure after failure. So it is important that you understand this principle that all realities are created twice, first in the mind, then in the physical. Let me submit to you, another truth. Before I get excited, I know I'll be excited shortly about this. Remember also to go on the live chat and send any message or question that you want to ask. I'll be answering your questions. Make sure that you send the questions and everything. This is another truth that I want to submit to you. Much against popular belief or popular statement, I want to submit to you right now that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. So maybe somebody can answer me right now on the live chat. If knowledge is not power, then what is knowledge? If knowledge is not power, then what is power rather? Where is the power? Because people always say knowledge is power. Where is the power? Because knowledge in itself is not power. Knowledge is potential power. But the power is in application. The application of the knowledge you know. Right now you are hearing me wherever you are. I am speaking this truth. Some will choose to apply this truth in their life. Some will just get excited tonight, or the speaker was speaking powerful things and they won't do anything about it, no follow-ups, nothing. And it will never work for them. But for every knowledge, for every truth to begin to work for you, you must begin to apply it. Now, up actually to transformation. Application is the only vehicle to transformation. There will never be transformation without application. Now, watching me speaking like this and just get excited, he's speaking powerful things, powerful mysteries, and you do nothing about this, is like going to the gym and watch people working out. Go and pay your subscription at the gym, and every day you are faithful in going there, but you go to the gym and sit and watch people working out and thought just by being there and just by paying the subscription, you will also lose a few kilos or gain some muscles. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work like that. You don't watch people working out, but you must join them. That is application. So it is true you did the right thing by paying the subscription. You did the right thing by going to the gym, but you were supposed to now then join them. Apply now. Apply yourself to the exercises. Apply yourself to the things that are done by other people at the gym for you to see transformation in your body. So there will be no transformation without application. Can you please write that down quickly? No transformation without application. Application is the only vehicle to transformation. Application, I repeat, is the only vehicle to transformation. That is very important. So we have been hearing a lot of things. It is the same thing applies to truth. It is not the truth that you know that will set you free, but it is the truth that you apply that will set you free. So many people know the truth, but they still struggle in life. They fail in life. They are arrested with the truth. This person knew that if I go and rob the bank, I will be arrested. But he went and robbed the bank anyway with the truth. So it is not the truth that you know that will set you free, but it is the truth that you apply that will set you free. So application, right application. Application is very important. Is very important. Now, your mind does everything, or exactly. In fact, if I may put it this way, your mind works the same way the soil works. You see, the soil doesn't choose what kind of harvest to give you. It doesn't choose what kind of a harvest to give you, but it gives you a harvest similar to the seed that you put on the ground, similar to the seed that you sow. That's the soil now. So it will never choose, okay, we'll give him this kind of harvest, we'll give her that kind of harvest, but it will give you exactly something similar, same thing, similar to the seed that you put on the ground. So that's exactly how your mind works. That's exactly how my mind works. It gives us realities of the thoughts that we keep on sowing, the thoughts that we keep on thinking in our mind. So we create our own. In this life, we create our own realities, we create our own advantages, we create our own disadvantages by the thoughts that we keep on allowing to come into our mind, the thought patterns. There are some stories that I like. Some I read from books, some I read from the Bible. And there's a story that I like that I usually read every now and again in the Bible. The Bible tells us that all realities, number one, are formed twice. And also it tells us that there is a spirit component that is allocated by God, a spirit component that is allocated by God, allocated in such a way that everything that you keep on thinking, everything that you keep on imagining for too long, that spirit is given power now to come or to go and manifest that reality. You keep on thinking about it. Bible student will know there is a story of Job in the Bible. He said the other day, that which I kept on thinking about and fearing and imagining has come upon me. That which I kept on imagining, fearing, thinking about has come upon me. Question is, what is it that you want to come upon you? What is it that you want to come upon you? So everything that comes upon somebody is as a result of the thought, of the fear, the thought patterns, the imaginations, things that are going on in your mind. So if you want to change everything around you, you start by changing everything in your mind. I told you that it is wrong to attempt to change anything on the physical realm without changing first in your mind. You must change in your mind first, then everything around you is going to follow suit, is going to change because you have changed your mind. So it is important for you to know you have an unlimited power at your disposal, the mind. Unlimited power at your disposal, the mind. This thing is so powerful. It never sleeps. The mind never sleeps. If you are not talking, you are thinking. If you are not talking, you are thinking. It never sleeps. So what is it that you constantly think about? Because whatever you constantly think about, you are going to bring about. What is it that you are constantly thinking about? Because whatever you constantly think about, you are going to bring about. So it is important now to change, to channel your thoughts now in the right direction. So you're going to bring about. Your mind doesn't care what thoughts you think, whether success or failure, but it produces what you keep thinking about. It doesn't care. That's how fair it is. It doesn't really care. You are thinking failure, it will give you failure. You are thinking success, it will give you success. Because I said to you, it works like the soil. So your life is the way it is because of you. I know it's a fact that people don't want to hear. Wherever I go, I speak like this, and some people don't really get comfortable because they don't want to take responsibility. The soil only gives you a harvest of the seed you sow. It doesn't choose what kind of harvest it will give you. I want you to know that things don't happen by chance. You create them either consciously or unconsciously. So now, I want you to be aware of your thought patterns. Because whether you are aware or you are not aware, you are creating. You are creating. I want you to be intentional. I want you to be intentional because now we know whether we are aware or we are not aware. So now I want you to raise your level of awareness so that you channel your thoughts to the right path to give you the results that you desire. Because whether you are aware or you are not aware, whether you are aware that robbing a bank will land you to prison or you are not aware, but once they catch you, you are going to prison. It's a principle. Whether you are aware or you are not aware, once you go and rob the bank, you rob that shop, you are going straight to the jail cell. You will say, I was not aware that if you do this, you will be arrested. It's a law. It's a principle. It doesn't favor nobody. So it's a law. It stands like that. It operates like it works like that. You are aware, you are not aware. So now I'm telling you, whether you are aware, you are not, or you are not aware, you are creating realities in your mind. So it is important now that we are aware of our thoughts so that we are intentional with our thoughts. It is very important. I hope you are still following. I see some people corresponding on the live, responding rather on the live chat. Keep on responding, keep on sending questions. It is very important, and we are excited to see that you are following and you are watching. And tell us where you are watching us from. Also, it is important on the live chat, just write and tell us where you are watching us from. We see people are watching us from different countries, but it is important that we know where you are watching us from. So things don't happen by chance. We create them either consciously or unconsciously. Now, the beauty about the mind is that you don't need a visa in order to travel in your mind. That's very important. The beauty about it, you don't need a visa. You don't need to go to a consular's office or an embassy, to that embassy to get a visa. I can go to the United States right now while my body is here. My mind, within a second, I can move from the United States and go to France right now. I can be in Vietnam, I can be in Dubai, I can be in Zambia, in Swaziland right now. Within seconds, I don't need a ticket, I don't need a flight, I don't need nothing. All I need is to be aware of what is happening in my mind and channel my thoughts where I want them to go. Now, that's the beauty about the mind. You can never, therefore, be in a place or achieve anything in the physical that wasn't first captured in your mind. That is important. You can never be in a place, you can never achieve anything of note in the realm of the physical that wasn't first captured in your mind. I usually say your destiny is like a royal palace. Your destiny is like a royal palace. So in a royal palace, you don't just appear. You go there by invitation. You get there by invitation. So your mind always invites your body to your destiny. Your body always moves at the invitation of your mind. In other words, your body is always taking orders from your mind. My body has taken orders from my mind to come here and address you. But if my mind wanted to be somewhere else, my body was not going to be here. So the body is always, it takes orders from the mind, from the mind. It takes orders from your mind. It is very important to know, for you to know this. So the body only moves at the invitation of your mind. So, which means then, before my body moves, my mind must go there first, visit that place, and come back now and invite my body and say, let us go there, let us go to that place, let us go and do this, let us go and work this out, let us go and try this out. My mind invites my body, and my body has no choice but to respond positively to the invitation, because it only moves at the invitation of my mind. That is how powerful this thing is. That is how powerful your mind is. Your body only moves at the invitation of your mind. So you don't just go to a royal palace and have an audience with the king. You must be invited first. So your mind serves as that invitation, as that inviting agency. It invites your body, then your body comes. So now, I respect a person who always moves in the mind, because there is no power in existence that carries the ability to stop such a person. A person who is always moving, thinking, always moving in the mind. No power in existence. Nothing shall ever be restrained from such a person who is always moving in the mind. That is why I want to submit this, as we are going to be closing very shortly. I want to submit that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter where you were born. It doesn't matter who said what about you. In this life, who hates you doesn't matter. Who loves you matters though. Who hates you doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You see, it really doesn't matter. It is true that you come from a background that based on science and on history and on expectations of people you should fail. That is also true about me. Based on science, based on history, based on people's expectation, I shouldn't be even here addressing you right now. It is so true. People are right about my background, but watch yourself being wrong. Because I have this power, I have this miracle called the mind. I can move here. I can negotiate realities here. I can create things here. So it doesn't really matter now where I come from. It doesn't really matter what happened to me. It doesn't really matter because I can negotiate new realities. I can create new realities in my mind. I hope you are still following me. So now, we need to use this faculty. We need to use our mind. We need to apply our mind because if we don't apply our mind, no realities will ever manifest in this realm of the physical. Okay. Let us see, Bam. Okay. I'm continuing shortly. I just wanted to look at something. All right. I want us to write this down now. I want us to write these very important points down. A person is a spirit. A person is a spirit, a human being. Now, I'm not addressing church people. I'm just talking about a person, a human being now. We are not in church. This is not a sermon. This is me speaking to you. A person is a spirit. A spirit. Please write it down so that you don't forget it. Is a spirit that lives in a body. A person is a spirit but lives in a body. But the person is a spirit. But that spirit, please note it, that spirit cannot operate with the body because they are in two different dimensions. That spirit cannot operate with the body because they are in two different dimensions. I hope you are following. And so, there has to be a system of connecting the spirit and the body. There has to be a system of connecting the spirit and the body now. There has to be a system. And then, God created an agency called the mind. God created an agency called the mind. Therefore, the mind becomes the system of connection between the spirit and the body. In fact, it becomes the only system of connection between the spirit and the body. That is the mind. It becomes a system of connection between the spirit and the body. The spirit can only relate with the body through the mind. The spirit can only relate with the body through the mind. The soul is simply a spirit that is conscious because of the mind. The soul is simply a spirit that is conscious because of the mind. Why am I speaking like this? I'm speaking like this because this teaching, this webinar is very important tonight or this morning, depending where you are. Because most people have learned how to transport spiritual realities, have not rather learned how to transport spiritual realities from the realm of the spirit to the realm of the physical. They have not. They don't know. People are frustrated. Mind is the only technology of transportation. Mind is the only technology. I don't care how much you pray, how much you believe in what, how much you speak in tongues, how many times you go to church a week. I don't care. If you won't apply your mind, watch yourself failing until you die. Watch yourself. Don't be surprised. You will pray, you will fast, you will holler, you will cry, you will do everything. If you don't apply your mind, it is the only system the only technology that connects the body and the spirit, it is the mind, the mind, the mind. It is the technology of transportation. Everything that you require, I want you also to write this down. Everything that you require is already a reality. The fact that you desire it, it means it exists. Everything that you require is already a reality. The fact that you desire it, it means it exists. Because man doesn't have the ability to desire anything that doesn't exist. Man doesn't have. People, we do not have the ability to desire anything that doesn't exist. Question is, how do I achieve it? How do I get it? How do I receive it? How do I work around the clock to see to it that all realities manifest in the realm of the physical? Because everything that you desire is already a reality. The fact that you are desiring it, it means it's there. Because we do not have the ability to desire things that do not exist. It is important. So our approach, as I said when I started, our approach to growth has been wrong. We've been attempting to achieve things, achieve prosperity, achieve this on the physical, yet our mind has never achieved that realm. So, the body, because I speak about the spirit, the body, the mind, the body is a vehicle of execution. The body is a vehicle of execution. The body is a vehicle of... The body only takes instructions from the mind. As I'm talking to you right now, the body is only an executor, but the speaker is in the mind. As I'm talking to you right now, the body is only an executor, but the speaker is in the mind. The speaker is in the mind. Even with thieves, the body is always innocent. It only takes orders from the mind. So the real battle and the real miracle is the mind. So now let me ask you a question. Maybe you will answer me. I won't give you an answer. You will answer me on the live chat. If we say the real miracle is in the mind. So who is really poor and who is really broke? Who is really poor and who is really broke? Who is really healed and who is really sick? Who is really frustrated and who is really free? Who? If we say this body has nothing to do with me speaking to you, but the body is an executor. The body takes orders from the mind. It is important. Write this down because this is not a seminar. This is me introducing myself and these things to you. And we're still going to have time and come back and now go deep on these things. Right now, I'm not even speaking. I'm just highlighting a few points that I want you to note. And then we'll get time and come here and sit down and address these things now. And we'll go deep on these powerful mysteries. But I want you to write this down before we close on this tonight. Your money does not come from your business. Your money does not come from your business. But your business is a reflection of your mindset. Your money does not come from your business, but your business is a reflection of your mindset. Please write it down. Your money does not come from your business, but your business is a reflection of your mindset. It is the mind that pays you, not your business. It is the mind. Your marriage right now is a reflection of your mindset, of your mind. The order, the protocol in your organization is a reflection of your mindset. The other day I said I can take my white shirt that I have been using for 5 years, and it's still white even now, and give it to somebody else, and within a week I will not be able to recognize that shirt again. Whether it is brown or it is light brown, I will not recognize it again. The problem is not the shirt. I've been using it for 5 years. It has been white. The problem is with the mindset, the thinking patterns, the mindset of that person. The shirt now reflects his mind. Your business is a reflection of your thinking, of your mind. Your children, they reflect you. The way you are raising them, your home, your marriage, everything is a reflection. That is why somewhere I read in the Bible, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. As a man thinks, so he is. As a man thinks, not so he shall be, not so he shall become, so he is already. Already he is. Already is. So your money doesn't come from your business. You are not paid by your business, but you are paid by your mind. I want to close this webinar tonight because we'll be coming again here on Tuesday, rather on Wednesday next week. On Wednesday next week, we'll be coming again here. And now we'll be going deep now. Serious teaching that we'll be doing here. A serious seminar that we'll be conducting here. A very serious seminar that you cannot afford to miss. Because right now I was just giving you a few nuggets, but I will be going deep now, giving you the secrets of how to use your mind, how you can use your mind, giving you daily things to do. Every day for 20 minutes, what you have to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so forth. I will be giving you tips because I want to give you tips on how to cheat life, how to win. I want to give you tips of how you can accelerate in life, accelerate things, and how to win in this life. So I will give you those tips very shortly next week. But I want to end with a Bible verse that excites me. My all-time favorite Bible verse is Psalms 23, verse 5. Psalms 23, verse 5. And it says, this is David, the psalmist speaking. He says, he anoints my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. He anoints my head. Please follow this. We are closing now. He anoints my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. It's a mystery. How is it that it is my head that has been anointed, but it is the cup that was not anointed, yet it is the cup running over? What kind of a mystery is this? Now, when I was reading that passage of scripture, I was also told, I discovered that the cup doesn't really, David was not really talking about the cup as in the cup that you are carrying right now, that you use to drink water or whatever. But the cup represents your surroundings, everything around you. Now, the head, he was speaking about the mind. He anoints my head with oil, but the evidence is in my cup, which means he changes everything in my head, and the evidence is in everything around me. Because your surroundings, everything around you, is a reflection of what is in your mind. What is in your mind. So, nothing will ever change in your cup if your mind remains the same. Your cup will remain empty if your mind is empty. You don't need to touch your cup. Don't bother your cup. Don't try to change your cup. Don't try to feed your cup, but feed your mind. The cup will have no choice. Your surroundings will have no choice. Your wife, your husband have no choice but to overflow, because everything in your mind has changed now. Everything. You can only receive at the level of your understanding. You can only perform at the level of your understanding. You can only receive in life at the level of your understanding. You can only achieve at the level of your understanding. You can only achieve, receive, you can only perform at the level of your understanding. Nothing you will ever receive that you have not captured in your mind first. Now, let me make this example as I'm talking about this scripture. I go to a tap to get water, to fetch water in a tap. I'm carrying a container. Maybe let me take this container. Please help me with that container, that bottle of water. I'm going to a tap. Thank you. I'm going to a tap. I'm carrying this to get water, and I fill this container with water, and I come back home, and I say, this is the water I came with. And my child or my wife asks me a question: is this all the water that the tap could give? Is this all the water? And if I say yes, I'll be lying. It is not all the water. This container is not a true reflection, doesn't reflect the true potentials of the tap. But this container, the tap, can only give me water that is equal to to the container that I came with. It cannot give me anything more than what I came with. So this speaks of your understanding. If you understand up to this far, then you will receive up to this far. If I come with a 5 liter, I will receive up to a 5 liter. If I come with a 10 liter, I will receive up to a 10 liter. It depends. So your frustrations are not a true reflection of what life can give to man. Your problems are not a true reflection of life or God's incompetence. This thing is not a true reflection of what the tap can give me. The tap can give more, but it was limited by the container that I came with. The container that I came with limited the tap to give me more. It has more right now as I'm speaking, but the container I came with limited the tap. So I don't want you to be limited by the way you think, because our mind can limit us. Our mind has limited us. Your mind has limited you. Do you know that your mind is so powerful that you can be alone right now, sitting alone where you are. You can be found crying. Nobody has done anything to you. No thief came into your house, nothing, no robbers, but you are crying. And we ask you, why are you crying? You said, I was thinking about something that made me sad, and I began to cry physical tears. That's how powerful it is. It has formed realities in the mind, and then the realities are beginning to manifest in the physical. And you can smile right now all of a sudden because you are thinking about something that makes you happy. That's how powerful it is. And it manifests on the physical, because nothing will ever manifest on the physical that was never first captured in the mind. That is how powerful the mind is. Thank you very much for watching us tonight. And on the 16th, don't forget, the 16th, 16th of June, it's a Wednesday next week. Wednesday next week, same time. The link is appearing on the screen right now. Just go to Apostle Mbamali webinar and register again for next week. Next week. It's powerful, deep mysteries that we are going to be teaching them. Now, if you are anywhere else in the world, it's $100. 100 US dollars. These are powerful teachings, powerful mysteries that you really pay a fortune to in order for you to get them. $100, so go there and register right now. If you are in South Africa, it's going to be 1,700 rands. 1,700 rands. It's not going to be a one-day thing. On Wednesday, I will come and sit down with you and begin now to go deep now on these nuggets that I was just touching tonight, because tonight I didn't really do anything except to introduce the mind power to you. But next week now I will be giving you tips and secrets, how to apply yourself, how to apply these things, how your mind can work for you, and so that you begin to see manifestations within days, within months in your life. So it is important that you go and register. Even right now as I am speaking, just go and register immediately. The link is the one appearing, the same link that you used to register for this one. You can go to that link. It is also on your screens right now. Just go and register. It's $100. We will have the seminar on Wednesday, 16 June at 8 o'clock South African time, 8 p.m. We'll sit down and talk. Then I'll be giving you exercises. I will create a Facebook page. There is a Facebook page that I've created already, but it is closed only for people on this group, for people who will register on this for this webinar for next week. I will create that Facebook page where we'll communicate daily, because there are exercises that we'll be doing on a daily basis, because this is not a hit and run thing, a fly by night thing. We want to follow through and make sure that you see results. We'll be bringing other people who will tell you how this is working for them. So it is very important. We'll have our own Facebook page. We will be communicating constantly, even through WhatsApp. So go ahead and register right now. This you cannot afford to meet. This is what has produced CEOs, powerful CEOs, presidents, ministers, powerful business people. It is very important that you understand your mind, so that you rise to the next level. In fact, you are not supposed to be where you are right now. You are supposed to be far. You are supposed to be ahead. The problem is that you were not aware of of the things that you are supposed to do, of how your mind works. So now I'll be coming to teach you on this. It is very important. Remember, it's $100. Go there. It will give you the options to pay. There are different options there to pay, and it is 1,700 rands for South Africans, those who are in South Africa and other countries whose currency is also equivalent to the rands, like Swaziland. Also, those watching me in the Kingdom of Eswatini, it is 1,700 rands and $100 all over the world. So go ahead and register. Until next week, then, I hope that you keep on soaring, you prosper in life, and I hope you've learned something powerful tonight. We will go deep on these issues to next week, 16th June. It's a Wednesday. Have a good night. Thank you.